Hello and welcome back to the moon messages. So we actually have some cards this time, so a bit different to last time where we didn't use the moonology cards last time, which was a bit strange because you're so used to seeing these every time. For anyone who is new, who hasn't seen these messages before, doesn't know who I am, I just want to do a little introduction for any newbies watching. So I'm Leanne Marie, an intuitive angel and oracle card reader. I also help with self-discovery, spiritual mentoring and healing as well. But for the purpose of these videos, I'm just going to be doing my intuitive readings. So I do these moon messages every full moon and new moon, and we do the cycle, so the 2-week cycle messages basically. So this is the message from the full moon in Aquarius on the 22nd of August till the new moon in Virgo on the 7th of September. So we did get a slightly different layout today. So normally we'll just get the cards individually. What happened when I was shuffling is I got the first card out, and then the second card, literally all of these 4 cards flew across the room, like no word of a lie. Like one was right across the other side of the room, and then we had like them scattered, and there was one leaning up against my chair. And I sat there and I thought, do you know, I need to read these cards, because normally I'd think, well, I'll leave them and I'll shuffle again, but they needed to be read because there was a message in that itself. So yeah, so I will get to that in a second, and then we have 3 more cards after that. So I'll read out the moonology cards, and then I will read out the crystal of the cycle as well. However, there is 3 crystal cards that came out. I've had to kind of put them in the book so I can read out the book messages. But yeah, I'll get to that when we get to those. So right, so the first card we have is have faith in your dreams. Okay, so I feel like there's a little bit of like an energy of throwing in the towel, and I'll get to that with the next cards because that was where the energy was coming from. It was almost like a giving up energy, or just giving up hope, just like a low energy, like an energy that says, oh, I can't be bothered, there's no point, I'm not getting anywhere, this isn't going anywhere, or I feel stuck, or I feel lost, and it's almost like you're losing that hope, losing that faith. So this is a message to say to just keep that faith. Whatever you do, it's really important that you keep hold of that part of you that has that faith there, okay? Because you will start seeing changes soon, okay? And there'll be little glimmers of hope that will come to you. And I'm being told you'll remember this reading when it happens. So yeah, they're just saying, like, almost like this moon here. So you'll see, like, normally when it's all black, it's the new moon, isn't it? And then when it starts to change back into the full moon, you start to see the crescent here, okay? So what it's telling me is that you'll start to see a glimmer of light soon, okay? So that's where that's from. And you'll start to see things starting to grow and change around you, okay? But it's not without effort, okay? And when I say effort, it doesn't mean that it's going to be hard work for you. It means that you just need to, there's a message here in the whole reading of change your thoughts, change your perception of things, which I'll explain in the other cards, okay? So it's going to be an effort in terms of changing your mindset, okay? And sometimes that is such an effort. It really is. It's not easy to do, okay? So then we have these 4 magical cards that literally just flew across the room. So the first card, I'm going to put them in order actually, of how they came out. The first card we had is your hard work is paying off, right? But that was the one that was furthest away. It was the one that, it was almost like, I've had enough of this. I'm throwing in the towel, I'm throwing it all away, I can't be bothered, right? There's no point. That is like a really stroppy teenager type tantrum energy or 2-year-old tantrum energy even. Yeah, and that was just like the whole energy of like, it felt like such a strong energy. So maybe there's a few of you feeling like that, or you know, someone who's watching has that really strong, but it is really, really strong in the reading. Okay. And then the next card was believe in the impossible. So that's that faith, that's that hold on to faith, hold on to hope. Please don't let your emotions take over. Don't let the feelings that you're experiencing, that they are valid, but you need to be careful not to let them take over and let them make you give up and just throw in the towel, because honestly you will regret it. You will regret it if you do that. Okay. And the next one was look at the bigger picture. Okay, so that was kind of making you I saw like a person just stepping back and just getting a bird's eye view, getting a more balanced view, and taking a different perspective. I wouldn't say perception, but same sort of thing. But yeah, looking at things in a different perspective. So looking at the bigger picture, the grand scheme of things. So one of the things that I found really helpful for me recently, when I had a situation where it was kind of a challenging situation, and I had to just step back, and I used my notes on my phone, and I wrote down what I think I've done this in a reading before, but I wrote down, you know, what could be the blessings in this situation. And it's interesting that your mind does actually know these things, like, or your soul does, like a part of you knows what blessings that you will get from this. So if you really listen to yourself and you pause and you just think, right, in the grand scheme of things, is this so bad? And what could the blessings be in this? What could I learn from this? Or how could I grow from this? Or what good could it be bringing me? And it helps you to look at it in a different way. Okay. And then the next one, which was leaning up against my chair, and I was like, right, what's that one then? That's a bit intriguing. And it was nothing will come of this situation, but because it was leaning up against my chair, it was like covering it. So it's almost to say, like, you know, don't have this mindset. Please do not have this mindset. Like, something is going to come of this. Okay, and you will see this soon. Okay, so if that's any reassurance, then that's great for you anyway. Okay, and then the next one is communication is key, and it was upside down. And I feel like this is to do with relationships. I feel like if it's to do with like struggles that you're having in relationships, friendships, you know, any type of work, partner, friendship, relationship, if you're having issues with communication at the moment, again, I want to say to use that step back process. Okay, so use that step back process and just sort of say, you know, to yourself, oh, wobble, might be a wobbly situation you're having. Say to yourself, you know, what good could come of this? You know, what is it teaching me? And I think more so, what is it teaching you? Okay, what is the other person reflecting to you? What are they saying to you? How are they behaving? Is this something that's happened to you before in different relationships? Is this familiar to you? Also, a big question you might want to ask yourself is, are there any parts of this, like whether what they're saying or doing, are there any parts of this that are familiar to me as a person? So for instance, if they are, I don't know, let's just use the situation of they're being controlling, right? Is there anything in me that's being controlling? Are they giving me the silent treatment? Am I giving them a silent treatment, or am I giving myself the silent treatment? You know, do I need to listen to myself more, hear myself more? Are they not being understanding? Am I not being understanding? Right, just kind of flip it on yourself and just see, because sometimes people can be mirrors, and this is what I'm getting from this Gemini card here, like the two people, kind of like a mirror. Okay, so imagine that they are a mirror, and what could they be reflecting in you? And it's a card of communicating to yourself better. Okay, communicating with yourself better and really understanding what's really going on in the situation, and what is it reflecting back, and is there something that you need to look at within yourself or to heal? Okay. And then the next card we have is time to give rather than take. And this is looking at the truth of the situation, okay? This is literally like the same sort of thing as I've just sort of said. Sort of. You're using that word, just realised. And yeah, it's almost like, so the take energy to me is like a kind of selfish, but I'm not calling you selfish, but it's kind of selfish energy. So it's like, when you blame someone for something else, when actually you could look at both sides of the story, okay? So that's what I'm getting from this, is like, it's time to give rather than take. But what I'm actually hearing with this is give and take. So balance, okay? And looking at both sides and looking at how you can help this situation. How could you react differently? How could you look at things differently? Same as that, perspective message there. Okay, so how could you look at this in a different way, which is coming more from your heart, and it's green heart chakra energy, so coming more from your heart. Okay, and then the last card we have is time to release negativity. Basically says everything that I've been saying. So yeah, just release those negative thoughts and see how you can change those, see how you can see them differently. All right, then I'm going to get you your crystal message, but you've actually got 3. So the first card, actually I'm going to go in order. So the first card we had is turquoise. Oh, show you. First crystal we have is turquoise. So turquoise may be a crystal that's going to help you through this moon cycle. I'm just going to read a part of the message in this book because I've got 3 cards to get through, and I just want to read the most important messages for these cards, okay? So turquoise, the message I want to read here is, essential meaning is storytelling, reframing, and a different way of perceiving, which kind of goes with the moon message there. So each of us can experience the same event differently because all of us are coming from different vantage points. Know too that as you change, so will your perspective. And the message Turquoise Spirit has for you is that you can change your story of what happened in the past at any time. You can choose which details to focus on and how to interpret events, for you are being encouraged to claim your power as a storyteller. Make no mistake, storytelling is an awesome power, for no one can take your truth away from you, but you may discover that it has more angles than you realised, just as a crystal turned over in your hand has more facets than apparent at first glance. What story will you tell? Okay, that's the part I just want to go up to, because I feel that's the most important message in that one. The next crystal we had is Vespertine Garnet. Okay, so I don't know if you can find one of them, but or if you've got one of them, but that's the next crystal. And the message I want to receive. The message I want to read out from that is the actual crystal spirit meditation for this crystal, which is meditation with a stone might be challenging because its energy feels like that of a bossy cheerleader. This stone is a must for building and finding your self-confidence, personal power, and creativity. Vespertine Garnet asks you to stand up straight, hold your head high, and strut your stuff. All right, so if that helps anybody. And then the last crystal we have for this moon cycle is carnelian. Okay, I know I have one of these. Yeah, I shall be carrying that around with me for the next 2 weeks. And the carnelian message I want to read out is a relationship message. So it says, there is strength in allowing yourself to be vulnerable. After all, intimacy and trust can only be built if you let yourself be seen as you really are. Be confident in all that you have to offer a partner and know that the conscious universe wants all of your relationships to nourish you. Carnelian Spirit is here to remind you of how wonderful you are. Rest assured that you are that as you experience your dignity and hold your head high, others will recognize that you are a pillar of strength and beautiful, unique spirit. You deserve the relationship that you want for yourself. Be assured that the conscious universe is working to see that you have it. So that goes perfectly with that relationship message in the moon messages as well. So I hope that served you for this moon cycle. If you liked it, if you resonated with any messages, then give it a thumbs up on can you give it a thumbs up on Instagram? I don't know if you can, I can't remember. Give it a thumbs up on YouTube, comment, and share, and please subscribe on YouTube if you haven't, so that more people, so that you get to see the videos more, and like it so more people can see it. Give me a like and a comment on any other platforms that you're watching it from as well. I hate all these bits. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next moon message reading. Bye.